What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 39 of the LunchBox Comics Draw Stream. I am LunchBox Warren, the writer, the creator, the letterer, the artist, everything but the editor of The Adventures of Cig and Joe, and my next book, How the Squirrels Saved Longview Graphic Novel Edition. I am doing wonderful tonight, and I hope you guys are doing wonderful as well. I got the music going for you, so as usual, please don't be afraid to comment if the music is too loud, too low, anything along those lines. And tonight I'm going to be doing some fan art on these 4x6 index cards. I've got some hard top loaders for them, so I'm going to do some fan art on these guys, draw some characters, and then put them in the front loaders or top loaders. And then those will be for sale here coming up at the event that I'm going to. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I hate calling it inventory, but that's essentially what I'm doing, is building up inventory. A little bit of updates. The book is being printed right now, the graphic novel of The Adventures of Cig and Joe. And I'm just waiting to hear back for when it gets done and when they ship it. I am extremely excited for that, and that is kind of what I'm waiting on now, but I know that it takes a little bit of time to get it done, and plus too, I'm not exactly sure where the Comics Wellspring is exactly located. I mean, I can look it up, but I just never have it yet, so I don't know if the snow is going to slow it down at all. But it seems so far to be working very fast, so that is really good. On top of that, if you guys have been following me on YouTube, like and subscribe, please. I do a daily health update. When I started this in December, I was at somewhere between 335 pounds and 350. I don't know exactly where, because I hate going on the scale, but I know that's where I was at because I had a doctor's appointment and a year before, and I was around 335, and I was around the same size. So I'm just going to go with 335. Okay, so Roswell, Michigan. So then that's snow. That might slow it down some, so we'll see. On February 1st, I got a scale and I weighed myself. I know I've been trying to lose weight and be on this health journey since December 2nd. On my birthday, December 21st, until the first of the year, I kind of fell off the wagon when it came to food-wise and diet. But since then, hey Martha, everything's going good. But since January 1st, I have been hitting the diet hard, and I've been going to the gym, and I've been doing really well. After my first 30 days of being really hardcore at this diet and health change, I stepped on the scales on February 1st, and I weighed 303 pounds. Now, it's not under 300 like I want, but losing 32 pounds at the very least, I'm very happy with it. So that was a big, good, happy goal for me. I'm very happy that of what I've accomplished there, and I'm going to just keep working at it and keep trying to lose weight and get better in this year-long journey. Losing weight is a lot about consistency, and it's not really diet plans or along those lines. It's about getting into a different lifestyle, learning how to eat for sustenance, not pleasure, and it's not an easy transition. If anyone who's battled with weight and health knows, it's not always an easy thing to do. So that is what I'm battling with right now, but I feel very, very happy. Yeah, I use the elliptical for my joints, for my knees especially, because I got some hurt knees from the military, and I use the elliptical for my cardio, and then I've also been doing the bench press, only the bench press. I've been doing what they call a linear progression cycle training, where I started off the first week doing 120 pounds for reps of 10, and then the second week I did 125. Now next week I'll do 130, and I do this for 6 weeks, which comes out to where I'll end up at 145. Then I take a week off, and then I go back and start at 125, and then the next 6-week progression, I end up at 150. And I just keep doing that. Maybe go up 10 one time if the 5 feels really good. The reason why you do that, it's for power. Well, I learned it through powerlifters, and it helps you gain your muscle while also allowing your joints to adjust to the heavier weights. So, and it's just also it's the way my dad taught me, so it's always the way I've done it. So the first 6 weeks I'm only doing bench press. After that, I will add in more things like rows, dips, more like incline press, stuff, dumbbells, stuff along those lines. But I'm working in this slowly because I don't want to go too fast, because if you jump in it too fast, you get hurt. I already hurt my elbow, and I want to just try to keep it on a good keel. So I'm being very careful this time around, and also trying to do it for the long haul. This is a year-long journey. If you watch my daily ones, my newest one was day 34 of 365. So I'm planning to do this the whole year. Let's see, get my music going. You guys music going. But yeah, the health journey is going very well, and I'm very happy about that. I've also been finding doing the health journey that my mental health is also improving as this goes along, which is a huge thing for me because I've been dealing with mental health problems, depression, anxiety, for all of my life. And it is nice to have that part of it becoming more manageable. It's I quit smoking pot, and I don't know if it was the pot of the diet. I'm thinking it's more along the diet, but I definitely feel better now than I have in a long time. Let's see here. Been wanting to do some Full Metal Alchemist artwork, so I'm going to do some pictures of that. I just got to find me a good Alphonse. I just need a good headshot because these are small little cards. But how's everybody doing today? How are you guys doing out there? Like I said, if you have any questions or anything, I'll be working on this stuff while I work. I'll try to do some talking or be more talkative. Talking while I draw has been a whole skill that I've had to learn. Because I never did before. I was always like smoking cigarettes in a 24-hour diner. I'm just doing art improvements. Okay, nice, very nice. That is the best thing to do. Always be working to get better. I'll find an Alphonse I like. Yeah, I wish I could draw every day, but I can't. Yeah, it's weird how even with streaming, there's no one here with me. I mean, you guys are on there, but still, it sounds like it still gets kind of like anxiety driven. Like I'm like I want to talk, but I don't. Oh yeah. But I'm getting better at it. Up to 128 subs now. I'm very happy about that. Oh wow, Martha, you are awesome. Your training is just crazy. It's impressive, Martha. It really is. Bingo. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, Martha, I was going over to your artwork just the other day, looking through it again. Massive Panda, what is up? How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Doing some fan art for my next show coming up. Yeah, exactly, Pete. That's just how I do it in my head. You know, I don't like calling it inventory, but it is kind of, you know, what it is, and it's, you know, when you're, especially when you're doing fan art, it does feel like, it doesn't really feel, it never feels like inventory, but if I had to use a word for it, yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. That's what I hope. So I'm going to do a bunch of these, and before my show comes up in April. Plus two, it gives me a chance to draw some characters that I haven't took the time to draw yet, and I've been really wanting to. Yeah. Okay, cool. I will remember that. Okay, nice. One thing, Martha. Um. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Massive Panda. One thing, Martha, I would suggest or ask: you're doing a lot of these practices that require speed, and one thing I know from just my own experience, speed comes along with repetition and just doing it and getting better at it by just repetition over and over and over again while you're working. And sometimes speed can't be taught. It has to be through that repetition, getting your skills better. You're just naturally going to get faster. Um, do you spend a lot of time doing a lot of slower drawing, or is everything that you're doing based on speed? Because you might want to also make sure that you're not going away from your fundamentals and your fundamental training by trying to work as quickly as possible and with like the opposite hand along those lines. Like, don't neglect just the basics also. Hey, what's up, MSK? How's it going? Ah, MSK with more lovely insight. But that's one thing to think about, Martha, is that it's one thing to think about, Martha, is that are you working like when you're working on your fundamentals, but don't always stress speed. Also stress just being able to do it. Not really just being able to do it, but what I mean is like I'm trying. Okay, um, you're just don't worry about stressing the speed. Speed will come along also with learning the fundamentals and the basic repetition of doing it. Like when I first started, it would take me forever to get a drawing like this done. Now I can do it in a quarter of the time, and it's looking better than it did when I was before. So it's like, with just don't concentrate only on speed. Also work on just the fundamentals, and speed comes along with that. Yeah, speed is one of those things you really can't teach. Um, Speed comes with repetition and just learning the basics on how to do something. And this goes across any kind of career that you do. Like even if it's like working in a factory, working retail, working customer service, working food service, repetition and learning the process leads to speed. That's what I would always tell new hires and jobs that I've had was like, don't worry necessarily about doing it as fast as the rest of us. Just make sure you're doing it right, and then eventually that speed will get there. Well, that's true. The more reps you get in, but make sure that those reps are doing what you want them to do. You know what I mean? Like the reps are good, but are the reps leading to the end result that you want with your artwork? That's just the big question. Now, if it is, by all means, you're doing. I mean, go ahead and keep rocking on. I'm just saying, just be mindful if you feel like maybe you're not where you want to be. Maybe there's some stuff that you can do aside from just the speed stuff. Oh, thank you very much, Martha. Yeah. Okay. You feel like it's working, but that's just something to remember in the back of your mind if you feel like you need to change some things up. What's up, Mad Mel? Yeah, MSK. I'm working on 4x6 index cards that I'm going to put in these top loaders to sell at a convention. So I'll be doing mostly just kind of chest up headshots for this size of card. I'll be working mostly on these, but I do want to do an 11 by 17 full shot of Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen post Shibuya arc. That's going to be what on my list of stuff to do. I want to draw her post the Shibuya arc. If you're watching the new season, kind of what she is now, and that's going to be another 11 by 17. But I'm going to do a lot more of these little guys for right now. Nice. Okay, cool. Nice. That's more stuff that I need to do myself. The Squirrel character series is called How the Squirrels Saved Longview, and I got the outline of the script finished, so now I'm getting ready to do another pass through and get the dialogue. Then I'll be ready to do the layout. So the Squirrel book is coming. It's just getting through the script process while also doing YouTube channel stuff as well as day job and everything else. So, but yeah, the Squirrel book is coming. Oh, hey, Exodus. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Now, right now, I stream Tuesdays, the live draw, doing the fan art. I'll stream on Wednesdays, doing the off-the-shelf show with Laps. I stream Friday, doing the last panel, and what I'm going to do is once the Squirrel book gets into layout phases done and I start working on the pencils, on Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and possibly Sunday night, when I'm working on the Squirrel book, I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to just call those work streams. The Tuesday stream will be for fan art, but I'm thinking about just streaming the whole process of the Squirrel book, pencils to finish, live for the most part. And I'm going to just keep Tuesdays for just doing fan art and stuff along those lines because I enjoy doing it. But then the other days, I think I'm gonna fill in. When I work on the Squirrel book, I'm going to be live streaming that, and then you guys will be able to watch me work on the Squirrel book essentially from start to finish. How you doing, Ixness? Oh, nice, nice. How's your manga coming along? Oh, thank you, Martha. Thank you very much, Massive. Thank you. I do it digitally. I do the cell shading like this, but the digital, I could. One second, Massive. Let me pull up something real. Well, no, I can't really right now. Shoot. Yeah, but I do a gray scale, a gray tone, but I use I have my own kind of method for it, but it's a little bit different than what I do with the Copic markers. Yeah, it would cost me a fortune to do a comic book entirely with gray tone markers. But no, I use digital, and it's a little bit different, but it kind of looks the same. It's a little bit, it doesn't have that marker look to it, but I got my own kind of style going with it. congratulations on being fully funded. What's up? What's up, Unhinged Dent? All right. Looking for the pose I want. Huh, one of these poses I like. trying to find a good picture of Ed. A good pose, but that one's not bad. A lot of the hand clap. But I did Alphonse first here. That was the first one I did. Now I want to do Edward. I think I found something I like. Yeah, I'll do that one. A little generic, but I'll do it. Oh. Hey, what's up, Real? The old 2.0.
whisper secrets in the dark. Footsteps echo in the empty park, chasing shadows, falling apart. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hole, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark. Static buzzes, a signal breaks through. Skyline flickers in a glitching hue. The world's a wire, and with a fuse burning bright, nothing left to lose. Fingers trace the rhythm, the beat. Feel the pulse, it's incomplete. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hole, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark, dark, dark. Falling through the circuits, a coded street. Reality shatters like a broken dream. Every spark a story, every glitch a scream. We're just pixels in the grand machine. Neon lights hum like a restless heart. City whispers secrets in the dark. Footsteps echo in the empty park, chasing shadows, falling apart. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hole, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark.
Hey, what's up, Dingus? How you doing? I got this one done of Alphonse, and now I'm working on Edward. What's up, Laps? Just doing some fan art. Waka waka waka. Huh. Doesn't look too bad. I didn't know if I was going to pull this one off. Oh, thank you, Dingus. Thank you very much, Martha. I have all the markers I have are these Copic gray tones, and I do have a set of toners. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's a tone one, so I play around with those. But I mostly just mess with the grays. I have used color markers in the past. I'm colorblind, so I can use markers colored markers if they're marked, like numbered, like Copics and Prismas are, because they mark them, and I can then okay, I know the shades then. But without the markings on them, I can't use them. Alright, so they got the Eldrick brothers here. We got Alphonse and Edward. Boom. Oh, do I got one more in me, or do I want to call it? Actually, you know what? I think I am going to call it tonight, folks, because I am tired. I want to thank everyone for stopping by and the comments and being involved. You guys are awesome. I have the best chat in the world. If you're watching this post, please like and subscribe. And I'll be doing more of this next Tuesday, as well as on what tomorrow I'll be on with Lapsed Comics Fan on our Off the Shelf channel. We're reviewing Night Fight number 4, which comes out tomorrow, so we're going to be right on top of that one. And then on Friday, I will be on the last panel with Lapsed Comics Fan, Grey Poupée, Bob Loves Movies, and Charles, or Will Expedia. And we'll be going over our top 10 favorite Disney cartoons. Also on Thursday, I'll be filming a pre-recorded show with Dingus Den on the Destro review, so that's going to be exciting. We've been going over all the Energon-verse stuff, and just some of the best stuff in comic books right now. The script for the How the Squirrel Saved Longview is getting closer to be ready. Once that is ready, I will be on here live streaming, making that book on all the days that I normally don't live stream. When I'm just working on the book, I'm going to be I'll turn on the studio and it'll be just a work stream. I also plan to do some more pre-recorded videos, but it's just been trying to find a topic I'm interested in, what I want to talk about. So we'll look more into that, but keep an eye out. And yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves, and God bless. And just keep on moving day at a time. And we got this, guys. So until next time, my friends, I will talk to you later.